What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode number 10 now of the League United Career Mode in FIFA 17. Go straight into the gameplay here, straight away in the episode as we take on Arsenal in the EFL Cup. This is the round after we've knocked out West Brom, actually. So another Prem side in the draw, and this is what we managed to do in the opening 35 minutes of this game. We won ourselves a penalty, and as you can see here, it was for basically nothing, which is a number of times that I've had this happen to me in FIFA so far, where you go to make a tackle in the area and the player falls to the ground and it's basically a penalty kick. But I don't believe that that was a penalty by any stretch of the imagination that Koscielny gives away there. But in terms of that, the referee says yes, it's a penalty, points to the spot and gives us a great opportunity to take the lead in this game. So I'm going to step up with Chris Wood, fire towards the left-hand side, but unfortunately for us, it was a good save from David Ospina in the Arsenal goal, and it would be us who created the second chance of this game in the 57th minute of this one, as we managed to win the ball back in our half, set through Sacco down the right hand side here, and the right wing is going to fire home for us here in the 59th minute for a very tidy finish into the side netting for us to go 1-0 up in this game. We could have easily been 2-0 up had we have not missed that penalty kick, and in all honesty, I'd set it up to play counter-attacking. I wasn't interested in going forward. I set my players to sit back and just basically hit him on the break whenever we could, and it worked out there wonderfully for us as Sacco puts that one into the bottom corner past David Ospina, who unfortunately for Arsenal couldn't quite reach his save. Now, I am actually playing the weekend league right now, as in terms of when I'm actually recording this commentary, and I can tell you I've never been frustrated at a game of FIFA in my life as much as I am here today, and it's so annoying. But unfortunately, I am gonna literally only get to bronze 1 because I can't play it anymore, because I'm just getting to the point where it's like I'm not having fun. And people will need to take breaks and stuff, but even that, I'm just not enjoying playing the weekend league. I just can't enjoy FIFA playing that sort of game. Yeah, you'll see that in the 100 Club week coming up soon in the next couple of episodes when I actually come around to recording it and editing it. So that'll be up pretty soon, as in the 85th minute here, Arsenal would win themselves a corner from a very weak shot in all honesty, and it was a good save in the end from, I think it's Silvestri net, but I could be wrong, it could be Rob Green. I don't know who actually named for this one. We didn't clear the initial corner, it's very, very poor from us, but again, wonderful save by, there is Silvestri in goal for us. So two very good saves from our goalkeeper to keep us still 1-0 up in this game. We could have easily been 2-0 up had we not missed the penalty. Cross comes in again. We didn't deal with it very well yet again. Gabriel sends it back into the box. Chamberlain now back to Gabriel as an effort again. Very well saved once again by Silvestri, but a lot of pressure being mounted on us here by Arsenal. And it was just a matter of time really before they get themselves a goal in this one. 88th minute of the corner, whipped in. And Olivier Giroud nods it home for them in the 90th minute of this game. I was so frustrated when this went in. I defended all the way through the game up until the last 10 minutes of it, and the last 10 minutes was what actually fucked us in the end, or I didn't mean to swear there, what actually ended up us losing this game, which was very, very disappointing. As you can see, we went in at full time at 1-1, meaning we went to extra time and penalties in this game, and it was not a very good experience in terms of that one, because we didn't deserve to be there, in all honesty. They absolutely demolished us throughout the entire game. I just showed you the best chances there. We defended well up until the last 10 minutes of the game, but it was pretty much Arsenal with the ball the entirety of the 90 minutes, apart from the penalty and the goal that we managed to score. As you can see here, we brought on Pablo Hernandez, made a couple of changes there in the straight away from kickoff. I didn't edit anything out here, as unfortunately for us in the 91st minute of this one, some absolutely wonderful passing by Arsenal. Managed to get themselves a chance here. You're going to see it coming up in a second when they feed it into Lucas Perez, who gives it, I believe, to... I think it might be Perez who scores it, or yeah, it is Lucas Perez. Oh, it's Cazorla who scores it in the end, yes, I remember that now. 94 minutes in the game, and unfortunately we were 2-1 down in this one. After we should have been 2-0 up, we found ourselves 2-1 down after extra time, and we managed to create ourselves a chance in this one. Arsenal create the next chance in this one in the 114th minute of this one. Oxlade-Chamberlain gets inside of the man and feeds the ball in, but just like our penalty kick, didn't feel I did anything wrong there on Olivier Giroud as he hits the floor like he'd just been shot. And it meant that they had a penalty kick in the 114th minute of this game. And in all honesty, we did deserve to go out here, but I would have preferred it not to have been the way that we did go out in terms of that one, having missed the penalty and given away a penalty that wasn't a penalty. And the two goals we conceded, in my opinion, were not very impressive, and I should have been able to defend them, but unfortunately I wasn't. As Sanchez steps up to take the penalty for Arsenal, fires that one to the other side of where I dived. Honestly, it was just, yeah, this game was one of those games where I couldn't really get a foothold in the game. I didn't really get anything going, as in the 119th minute we managed to create a chance, but it was a little too late, and unfortunately for us, this would be the way the game would end. You're going to see coming up here. I think the chance actually fell to Chris Wood in the end. Oh no, Arsenal, yeah, there you go. We ended up losing it by 3 goals to 1 there. So in terms of that one, we actually did deserve to lose the game, but you know, it's one of those things in FIFA. I would have liked to have knocked them out the way we did there, but unfortunately we didn't manage to do it, and we are now out of the cup, in which we've had such a good run in so far, and that's so unfortunate Because as you can see, the sides still left in there were West Ham, Hull, and I think Newcastle were the other side in there, but I could be wrong. So out of the 3 sides that are still in there, including Arsenal now, Arsenal should go on to win that cup. But if we'd have managed to go through and beat Arsenal there was no reason why we couldn't possibly get all the way to the final. In terms of teams we've beaten, Arsenal would be better than any of those sides that have gone through, no disrespect to them. But it would be an interesting one had we beaten Arsenal there to see where we could have got in the EFL Cup in our first season. But unfortunately, the cup run was ended by Arsenal as we put Green in and we put Vieira in to train them up. Vieira goes to a 70 overall player, so that's nice to see. Green also at a 66 right now, which is very nice as well. As you can see, going into this next game here, we actually managed to grow them both very nicely there, as you see, 66 overall and 70 on Vieira. And I do believe that Vieira now has hit, I think, prime sort of rating. I don't think I'm going to train him anymore. I think that's it now. He's hit 70. That was my goal. I think we're going to put Green in for now and just sort of try and establish him as a wonderfully talented player, I guess you could say, at the club, and just try and make him the best that we could possibly make him between now and the end of the season. As we did take on Brighton for the second game of this episode, looking for a better result here than what we just had in that last game against Arsenal. Fingers crossed we can manage to do that. Best defensive side in the league. We are currently the best defensive side, but that's no sort of, you know, we were expecting that coming into this. As you've seen, we've only conceded 6 goals all season long. We've had 8 draws though and only 8 wins as well, so that's extremely poor in terms of my own performance. I haven't managed to create enough chances, and I haven't managed to be able to score my chances that I've created when I have created them, which is very disappointing. But looking for something different in this game here, and I think I only show you the goals in this one because the episode was already at a certain amount of time. And I try and make all my episodes just over 10 minutes, but not too long past the 10-minute mark to make it more interesting for you guys to watch. That was the Brighton side. They had Baldock and Jose Perez as well, formerly of Newcastle. I was very interested to see that Perez had gone to Brighton, which was very, I just wasn't expected to see that, in all honesty, because I was expecting him to stay at Newcastle, considering the fact that Newcastle were still a championship side. So he's moved from one championship side to another one, and I do rate Jose Perez. I think he's very good. So for him to go to Brighton, it was a very, very interesting transfer, I have to say, as that was the side that we'd named. I think we had Chris Wood, Kamal Roof, Joel Green, Vieira, Bridcut, Hernandez, Garcia, Janssen, Berardi, Taylor, and I do believe Rob Green in goal. Players huddling up, talking through the last tactics that I'd given them before they went out on the pitch. But fingers crossed we can get a result here, because at the end of the day, I need to win more games. We didn't manage to win the opening game here, which it was in the cup anyway, so it wouldn't have actually affected our league position. But we've had 8 draws and 8 wins, so I want to try and get myself to more wins than draws by the end of the season, definitely. But I want to try and do it within the next few episodes. So this could be a perfect chance to get one and get an extra win on our belt before we go into the next episode, as we managed to get the first chance here, and it's the first goal as well, because I said I would only show the goals in this one. Very lucky with the way it went through to Chris Wood, but a phenomenal finish at the end of it by our big number 9 in that striking position. 37 minutes into the game, we take the lead here against Brighton away from home. Very, very lucky, I have to say. The way the defender somehow didn't manage to clear that, and the fact of the matter is the keeper was so close to saving it, but Chris Wood says thank you very much and takes his first goal of the game to give us the 1-0 lead. It's a very nice finish into that top corner, but I just felt that we got a little bit too much luck there than we deserved, in all honesty, as we managed to make it 2-0 not so long afterwards into the second half. I think it's the 55th minute. Yes, it is. 55th minute of this one. I think it's Joel Green down the right hand side causing problems for us, as we managed to get into a very good position, hit it across the face of goal, and who's there but Chris Wood, the number 9, to get his second goal, which makes it 2-0 now in the game. And at 57 minutes in, to be 2-0 up against Brighton away from home, I was very happy with the way this game was going, because Brighton are a solid side in real life and in FIFA as well. They have some very good players, as you can see with Jose Perez as well. He was very, very solid in terms of FIFA last year. I don't know how he's been in this FIFA 17. I know Doc Landers did enjoy him when he made his Spanish career mode in FIFA 16, so maybe I'll try him out at some point. I don't know, but for now, I just, you know, I haven't really had too much time, let's face it, because I haven't even hit January yet in terms of transfers, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing in January to do with transfers, because the problem here is that as you make it 3-0 there with, I think it was Kamaru. Yes, it was Kamaru. The problem with transfers in January is that there's not going to be that many players available for the price fund, or the price that I've got. So I don't know in terms of what I'm going to do yet. I'm sort of considering pre-contracts, but at the same time I'm considering bringing someone in January to make it more interesting. So just leave a comment down if you've got anyone that you want me to check out and try and sign in this career mode if I can. If not, though, I will try and just sign pre-contracts for now and just keep the team as it is up until next season, when hopefully, if we don't get into the Premier League in this season, we will, fingers crossed, get into the Premier League next season. That's my only goal for this this coming season. Premier League now, if we don't get it in now, it's definitely next season going to be the goal. But we are coming towards the end of this episode. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you all so much for watching the series so far. If you are enjoying it, again, hit that like button. It means so much to get the support that you guys have been giving me on the recent episodes. And on top of that, thank you all for watching as per usual. I've been Danny and I'm out. Peace.